Rabya. Welcome to video number 12. I decided I want to go back to numbering my videos just because it's really nice for me to see how many videos I've created. So today is the 12th video, and I created this Priyanka Chopra inspired look. This look is from her bridal shower that she had at that Tiffany & Co store. I think she looked beautiful that day, and you know, honestly, the makeup was beautiful, but I think it's just because she's so happy. That beauty of that happiness is just radiating out of her right now. If you do like the video, really quick, consider subscribing to my channel, liking the video, and maybe following me on Instagram. It is the same handle, Rabs Beauty. And yeah, now for sure. Let's get into the video. Okay, so I'm going to be starting off with a new primer. This is the Farsali Skintune Blur primer. And it comes in a little dropper like this, and then I've just seen people on Instagram use it by just placing it on their skin. And then next I'm going to go in with a new foundation as well. This is the Dior Forever Skin Foundation. This is in the shade 41. And I'm just going to pump some on the back of my hand and blend it in with my beauty blender. Okay, so on camera I feel like it's looking a little bit lighter than my skin tone, but this actually is a really good match for me. I was using the shade darker than this, and it was really dark and almost too orange. So, trust me, imagine. So next I'm going to be going in with the concealer that is new to me. This is the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer, and I'm using this in the shade Graham Cracker. And this comes, which is different for me because I'm so used to using a doe foot applicator. It comes with a little bit of like a silver squeeze tube. So you basically just squeeze it, and then the product's gonna come out, and then you hit it under your eye. And the silver tip helps with kind of depuffing the eye because it's cool to the touch. So I'm just gonna apply it a little bit, and also just use this as a concealer for my eyeshadow. Okay, that's a really pretty concealer. I'm really liking the finish. It kind of seamlessly blended into my skin. And I feel like it did a good job highlighting, but I don't have like that super stark light under eye. And this foundation's looking really nice too. So next I'm just going to set my under eyes. I'm not using a new product for this. This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. And I'm going to go into these two shades right here, the Lucid and Lyric. Okay, because I have drier under eyes, I'm not going to let this powder sit very long. I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush. This is the BMX 130 pointed blending brush, and I'm just going to blend this away. Okay, so I didn't powder the contours of my cheek, and it's because I wanted to go in and go in with a cream product. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury contour one. This is brand new to me. And I think I'm just going to squeeze the tube until the product comes out. Sorry. So there's a on and off cap. So you turn it on, and then you squeeze up, and the contour product comes out. I don't really cream contour, so I'm kind of nervous. So I'm just gonna draw a line there, and around my pimple, and down my jaw. I'm also going to take a little bit and just draw on the sides of my nose. And I'm just going to connect it to my eyebrow. Now I'm just gonna blend these lines out with a fluffy dome brush. This is from Crown Cosmetics, it doesn't have a name. And I'm just going to stipple this upwards and backwards because I don't want the product to come down any lower. I want it to kind of stay back, and then I don't want it to come down lower here either because then it defeats the purpose of contouring. And that blended out really easy. And then for the temple, I want to push this product into my hairline. And for the jaw, you just want to keep it down here. Okay, that blended out really easy. Next, I'm just going to do my nose, and same thing. I just want to blend up and down. With your nose, it's like if you place it the wrong way, you might make your nose look really big. So you do just want to move the product that you placed up and down and not move it around too much. So next, I'm just going to set the entire face really quick, and for that, I'm going to use the MAC Fix Plus. No, sorry. For that, I'm going to use the MAC NC42 Pressed Studio Fix powder, and I'm just going to go back in with that big fluffy brush, lightly tap it in, and go over the entirety of my face. I just feel like for like a bigger night, this powder really sets in your makeup and gives you that flawless finish. So I'm going to go in with the Morphe E8 brush and hollow out those contours a little further. And this time I'm going to go in with the shade Sombre from that Kat Von D palette. And I'm just going to put it on the tip of the brush, so you can see like not all of it. And I'm just going to lightly pack most of this color right on this outer, like the outer portion of my face. And hit around those temples again. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the Real Techniques brush. This is just our contour brush. And I'm going to go into the shade Subconscious, which is a lighter, cooler tone. And then dust off that excess. And I'm just going to blend out any harsh lines that I might have created, like this one. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with a little bit of highlight. In the pictures I have, it doesn't really look like she's wearing too much, so I want to kind of put it on and subdue it a little bit. So I'm going to be going in with this Nars palette. It's Narcissus Unfiltered 1. This came out, I think, either last holiday or the holiday before, and it's one of my favorite cheek palettes. And I hope that they have these blushes individually because they're beautiful colors. But I'm just going to go in with this highlight, which is Watch Me. I think it's like the packaging, the name is upside down, but this shade, I think it's called Watch Me, and it's just like a light peachy shade. So I'm just going to pack that on to a Morphe M438 and hit like just the tops of my cheekbones. So I'm not going to bring it down too low. Usually I like to highlight this whole region, but this one I'm stopping it right here. And then to subdue it even further, I'm going to go over my cheeks with blush. And Priyanka she looked like she had a little bit more of a heavy blush look going on too. So I'm going to go in with this shade, which is Out There. And I'm just going to pack that on with the Luxie angled brush here and then blend it backwards. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, and it helps mesh that powder into your skin a little bit more and gets rid of that powdery effect you might have. So just heavily mist yourself with this, and when it's a little bit like tacky, just go over everything with your beauty blender sponge. So next I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows with the Precisely My Brow from Benefit in the shade 4.5, as well as the Benefit Gimme Brow, and this is in the shade 5. I have a little bit more of an in-depth kind of how-to in my last video, so you should go check it out, but I'm just going to speed through it in this video. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. It looks like this. And I just felt like Priyanka had a little bit of a cooler brown eyeshadow look going, so I thought that this palette would be perfect. So the first shade I'm going to be going into is Bon Fresco. And I'm taking that on a Luxie 205 blending brush. With this, any Anastasia palette, you want to tap off the excess. There's a lot that flies off. And I'm going to work this into my crease. And she didn't have a winged eyeliner, so I'm just going to kind of wing it out with the brush on the end. So next I'm going in with a Basanti brush. This is a contour eyeshadow brush, so it's a little bit more tapered. And I'm going to go into the shade, Antique Bronze. And I'm just going to deepen up the inner and outer corner of my eye. So it looks like she has like a soft smoky eye going with like pops of purple in it. So I'm just going to create that with this shade. Okay, and then going back in with that Luxie brush and just blending out these edges. Anytime you're creating a look, it's always good to just go back and forth and just make sure everything is blended. Okay, next I'm going to take a little bit more of a tighter packed brush, and this is the Morphe M508. So it's a little bit more it's a smaller crease brush, and it also has a little bit of a tip. And I'm gonna go into the shade Cypress Umber right here, and I'm just going to deepen up and like accentuate this V in the outer corner a little bit more. And I'm just going to come back into the crease lightly with this and just deepen up this whole V. So it comes in slightly, so like a third into your crease, and then you're just gonna want to deepen up this whole outer corner. Next, you're just gonna want to go into any purple, light purple eyeshadow you have. I didn't have one in that palette, so I'm going to go into this Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, and I'm going to just on my finger pick up the shade Amethyst, which is right here. So I'm just gonna pick that up with my ring finger and press that onto my eyelid. Okay, and then she had a little bit of something, like some drama in the middle of her eyelid. So I'm going to go in with this Cover FX Shimmer Veil. I got this in a BoxyCharm. But you can use any, like a glitter glue, glycerin, like anything just that's going to enhance whatever you're going to put down on top of this. But this is just like I'm using this again more as a base. So I'm just going to pop that on right in the center, and then dab it lightly with that same finger that I had the other shade on to kind of subdue it a little bit. And I'm just going to blend this upwards into that crease. So I'm going to go back in with that initial brush we were using with the Luxie one and just blend around these edges. Okay, and then on the lower lash line, I'm just going to mimic what I did on top but backwards. So I'm going to go back in with that Morphe M507 brush and Cypress Umber, this deep brown. And I'm just going to run it really close along my lower lash line. And then go back in with that Basanti brush and then into Antique Bronze. And then run this right underneath that. And in with that Luxie brush and back into Bon Fresco. And run this lowest. And then also what I like to do with this final transition shade is connect it all the way around. Just so it's like all one cohesive look. So it connects the top and lower lash line. So I just like to take it down and around. With a Luxie Precision Foundation brush, this shade right here, Location, which is the lightest. And I'm just gonna pack it right underneath right here. And that'll just, I'm gonna wipe this away in a little bit, but that'll just help brighten up that under eye once more. Just as a final step on the lower lash line, she did have a little bit of glitter there. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of the Anastasia glitter glue. This is a brand new product to me. And I'm going to just run this really close, like on the inner third of my lower lash line. So this looks like a nail polish, which is really cool, so you get a little bit more precision. And I'm just gonna run this right underneath, right, just the first third of my lower lash line, and not all the way in either, just this little corner right here. I'm gonna do that on both sides. I don't know how quickly this is gonna dry. So one of my favorite glitter palettes of all time is the Urban Decay Moondust palette. I really think everyone should have this. Urban Decay makes beautiful glitters. And I'm going to go into this palette and use the shade Magnetic right here. And I'm using, this came in an Urban Decay palette too, but just a stiffer shading brush, and packing that color onto the brush, tapping off the excess. I'm just gonna push this right where I applied that glitter glue. Let's dry. I'm going to just go back in with that brush, wipe off any of that powder, and blend this powder that I applied out. Now I'm just going to really quickly curl my eyelashes and apply mascara. The mascara I'm using is the new Nars Climax mascara. I'm going to be going in with this by Beauty lip liner in the shade 22. And I'm just going to line my lips with it. Over top, I'm just going to be going in with this Nars Bahama Velvet Matte Lipstick. This is one of my most favorite lipstick formulas. It's just a pencil and it's really comfortable on too. So that, you guys, completes this look. I really hope you enjoyed my recreation of Priyanka Chopra's bridal shower look. I feel like I got it pretty well. I do think that maybe the glitter at the bottom needs a little bit more pizzazz, but besides that, I think it turned out pretty similar to hers, that at least the vibe of a soft look with a pop of color. And then really favorite product of the whole video was this Charlotte Tilbury wand, a contour wand, and I have this in the medium dark shade. Okay, so today was my first time ever cream contouring, and I just feel like this was such a forgiving product. Like, I feel like it was easy to blend out. It was, you know, it didn't give me too much difficulty. It wasn't like so opaque that like I had lines that I just didn't know what to do with. So I feel like this is a really good user-friendly, beginner-friendly product. This is a little expensive. It's pricey. I think it was like $55. Oof. But yeah, you guys, that wraps up this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and leave me any comments for any videos you do want to see, any recreations you want, and I will try to get those out for you. And have a wonderful, beautiful day.